What's up, Raider Nation? Welcome to the first episode of the Raider Ricks podcast. I'm going to come at you with two topics today. First being the Las Vegas Raiders rookies, and second, more controversial topic, quarterback Derek Carr. Alright, everybody. The first rookie we're going to be talking about today is going to be Lynn Bowden Jr., only because he was literally just traded over the weekend on Saturday to the Miami Dolphins. Now, this trade, it was kind of weird seeing it first. I was a little upset only because he was a third-round pick, but when you really think about it, a lot of reports and a lot of speculation came out stating that he had horrendous off-the-field issues. Mike Mayock came out, disputed all of that, said it was a football decision only, noting that he was having trouble picking up the playbook and he was having trouble specifically in the pass protection area, and that he also was just not physically where they wanted him to be in order to play the role that they wanted him in. Now, the trade, it's a solid trade when you think about the big picture. Essentially, we got, in exchange for Lynn Bowden and a 6th-round pick, we got a linebacker in Raekwon McMillan, and we also got a 5th-round pick. To me, I would make that trade any day of the week for a proven player and a 5th-round pick in exchange for an unproven rookie and a 6th-round pick. Now we're going to move on and start talking about Bryan Edwards. Wide receiver from South Carolina. The dude is an absolute monster. We've seen it all camp. He's been spectacular, drawing comparisons to guys like Davante Adams and AJ Green. It's insane seeing the way Derek Carr talks about him, and just his comparison to Davante Adams is crazy nonetheless. But he talks about his chemistry with them, his trust. And that goes a long way, especially when you're throwing 50-50 balls and passes into double or triple coverage. But we've seen it all camp. Carr throwing to Bryan Edwards in double and triple coverage, and Edwards coming down with the ball almost every time. Now, Edwards, he's just a huge physical freak athlete with a lot of speed and a massive size. His ability to high point the ball is insane. Now, Conway, South Carolina head coach Carlton Terry has compared him to AJ Green, saying that they both just have that ability to make plays at receiver and return punts. They're just men on the field in comparison to the other players. Not only do they stand out vertically, but for big men to have that athleticism is just so rare. Edwards is just a natural all-around talent. He is a solid football player, and he's an even better wide receiver. Now, if he and Carr have even half the amount of trust and amount of chemistry as Carr and Davante Adams did at Fresno State, Edwards is going to do a lot of special things for this team. He's going to help boost Carr's confidence in throwing downfield. He's going to help him boost his confidence in throwing into double and triple coverage, knowing that he has that guy who will come down with the ball. Carr said it himself, 50-50 balls with him end up being 98 to 2 balls. 98% to 2%. That is just absolutely insane. And seeing Carr talk about him the way that he talked about Adams in Fresno State is amazing. I love the chemistry. I love the way they've been playing off each other. It's just the leadership from this kid. The amount that he's going to have to take on now that Tyrell Williams is out for the season is immaculate all in itself. Seeing as we're going to have 2 rookies starting on the outside. It's the first time it's happened in at least 10 years. And I know a lot of people don't expect it to be, as productive as it would with just one rookie and a, 4 or 5 year veteran on the other side. But I feel like it's going to be very special. It's going to be super, super explosive. And I cannot wait to see what these guys do together. Next up, we're going to be talking about Henry Ruggs III. This dude wasn't even the number 1 receiver on his own team in Alabama. And they're expecting him to come in, be our number 1 wide receiver, take the top off the defense with his speed, which no doubt the dude can do. He ran a 4.27 40 at the combine, easily one of the fastest in the league at the moment. Not only is he fast, but he can run routes, which gets completely overlooked, but the guy can run any route in the route tree if you ask him to. Now, he's both explosive and physical. His speed, his physical abilities, his catch radius, it's all insane. All I'm going to say is he's going to be an enormous addition to our offense. I'm excited to see what he brings to the table. I'm excited to see what he brings to the offense. And I'm excited to see how he helps out Derek Carr in his 8th season. Alright, so now that we've talked about all the offensive rookies, we're going to start talking about the defensive side of the ball. We're going to go with Damon Arnette. The kid is fast. He's strong. He's very physical at the line. He'll jam somebody off the line. He's not afraid to hit somebody. He's always in the mix for the play. He does not give up. He's got a motor that just keeps running all the way through. Now, Damon Arnette, he played his senior year at Ohio State with a cast on his right wrist after breaking it during the offseason. He put up career stats that year. Interceptions, pass defenses, tackles, all of it. The guy is super solid, super quick, shifty. He can turn on a dime. He can break on plays. He can jump routes. I mean, he's just super smart in the backfield. I can't wait to see what he brings to our defense. He's going to be very physical, very fast. He's just going to be one of those guys on our defense that makes an immediate impact when he comes in to start in game 1. Now, the next defensive rookie that we're going to be talking about today is going to be Akiem Robertson. He's a nickel corner, kind of small as far as your, generic sized nickel corners go. But the guy is very, very physical, more physical to me than Damon Arnette is. He could easily be a starter on this team, but after the camp he had, they want to bring in and have LaMarcus Joyner start again. I don't know how well that's going to work out or how long that's even going to last, because LaMarcus Joyner had a terrible season last year. Now, Akiem Robertson, he's not afraid to try and just get up in the faces of other players. He will challenge every single pass thrown at him. He's not afraid to get in the box and line up as essentially another linebacker. He'll hit somebody. He'll run people over. He'll high point the ball and make the interception. The guy's just super, super athletic for his size and his stature. I'm excited. I'm having a big feeling that he's going to start around week 4, week 5. Maybe after the bye week when they realize LaMarcus Joyner may not be the answer at that position. But Akiem Robertson, look out for him this year. He's going to make some big plays, some explosive plays. He may even play a little bit of special teams just so that they can kind of get him used to the NFL life, get some rust off of him, let him hit some people, let him make some plays that actually show his true abilities. I'm excited. Everybody else is excited. The team's excited. He's super, super excited. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He wants to come in and just annihilate people. I can't wait to see what happens. I know you guys can't wait to see what happens either. And finally, here we have it, the last Raiders rookie we're going to be talking about today, linebacker Tanner Muse, who was converted from safety. Now, the position change, obviously he's struggling a little bit. He's going to be a solid special teams player. I know he was just placed on IR for a toe injury. I'm not really concerned with how serious that injury is. I think it was more of just a decision that the coach and our GM, Mike Mayock, made to kind of get him acclimated a little more into his role, let him learn a little bit, kind of set him up for actual production on the field when he does get to play. Now, at Clemson, he was a safety, very physical, very aggressive player. He was an outstanding, amazing special teamer. He was a special teams captain. A lot of people referred to him as the special teams daddy. Now, I don't know, but I'm excited to see what he brings to our team. Our defense is looking a lot faster. Special teams is going to be looking a lot better. And if he's on there, he's going to make it a lot more explosive for our special teams. He's going to make it a lot more physical for our special teams. And that's going to set up a lot of blocks and just big hits where he's blowing up the returners. I can't wait. I'm excited. He's going to do some big things this year once he actually gets to play in a couple of weeks. Let's look out for him to be just an immediate impact when he comes back to the team. Let's go. Alright guys, the last thing I'm going to be talking about today is going to be quarterback Derek Carr. He's had a horrible reputation in these last few seasons. Articles were coming out saying he'd be traded or he was being shopped in the off seasons or that he was going to be cut. None of those situations happened. Articles also came out this off season saying that he was going to be benched within the first 3 weeks because of Marcus Mariota coming in as the backup and the team paying him $7.5 million guaranteed. Marcus Mariota was just put on injured reserve. He's going to be out for at least 3 to 5 weeks. Not only that, he had a horrible camp. His throwing was just completely off the mark. His accuracy was terrible. His timing was horrible. And he's just not had a good camp. So Carr is undoubtedly going to be the start of the season, no matter what anybody else says. He came out over the offseason stating that he is tired of being disrespected, and that has definitely shown over training camp. He's been a lot more accurate, a lot more aggressive throwing the deep ball, using his feet a lot more to extend the plays or to just turn it into a running play. He's shown tremendous leadership this year, took over the team, as Mike Mayock said, and he's just been an outstanding player all off season. So, to me, I feel like Carr is going to have the best season of his entire NFL career. He has an outstanding supporting cast around him. The offense is going to be a lot faster, a lot stronger, a lot more physical. They're going to be able to handle a lot more than they were over the last few years. The defense has shown a lot more athleticism, a lot more speed, a lot more technical ability. It's going to be outstanding to see what they can do to help Carr turn these games into wins. Now, John Gruden did come out and say that he feels the red zone scoring needs to get better. He also said that starts with me getting us into the correct plays at the goal line. So obviously he knows that's been a problem. Derek Carr knows that's been a problem because he's talked about it a lot this offseason as well. Statistically, last year, he had a great year, just not in the win column and not in the red zone. The entire team is determined to turn that around for him, for the team itself. I feel like it's going to be an amazing, monster year for Derek Carr. I feel like he's going to have easily the best statistics he's had all NFL career for him. He's had 18 game-winning drives, 19 comeback wins, which is the most in both categories for a quarterback in their first 6 years. The guy can do it all. He can throw, he can run, he has great accuracy, he's great under pressure. He showed that last season. I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are excited. I know the team's excited, the coaches are excited, the fans, most of us are excited. But we have to let this thing go about Derek Carr being a bad quarterback. Just have faith, trust the process. Overall, just win, baby. Let's go.